Hello, this is Danielle Sana. Well, I'm there's been a lot happening and I'm not feeling well. Um, First of all, it's this whole Brexit thing, and it's a complete circus. First of all, as you know, I in the past this, with Nigel Farage, he's basically bailing out. So he created his baby, and he's now abandoning it. And his reasons were um, not really good. This is like before telling people to vote. This arrived in Sunderland. This pamphlet. Nothing was mentioned about the militarization of the EU, which is, I think, is the only legitimate reason for leave. The rest is, I'll go through it. A quarter, over a quarter of a million people migrate to the UK. So, bloody immigrants again. EU is expanding to include Albania, but it's built a step more crap. The European Union has changed enormously since the UK. Some bad money shit. EU law overrides UK law. The only good thing about that was the human rights, which they now planning to abolish. And let's bring this up here. So that's what I'm going to cover in a bit. EU referendum, would Brexit violate UK citizens' rights? And it goes on to say that you can read this if you want to find it. It's saying that gives a summary at the end that some of the rights, the charter or charter rights, would would be lost. The Charter of Human Rights will no longer apply to UK citizens. So that's it, Charter of Fundamental Rights. So let's have a look at what that's all about. Dignity. Human dignity is vital and must be protected. So that everyone has a right to life. That's the most important thing. That's not going to apply. No one. I am absolutely, really. I don't know what I'm feeling absolutely shit. Prohibition of slavery and forced labour. It's just coming. So these charters are basically no longer apply anymore here. And what I found out with the EU is quite something. I downloaded it. It's like the EU wants to militarize itself. document? I think it's PDFs. Yeah, that's it there. Militarization. This document covers the militarization of the EU. Give you a brief, the title of it, so if you can search for it. A shared vision, common action, a stronger Europe, a global strategy for European Union's foreign and security policy. So when you just shorten the whole thing, just type in military. There we go. It focuses on military capables and anti-terrorism. Europe is, however, the idea of Europe an exclusively civilian power does not. So they basically are going to militarize it. You can see over there. It's going into partnership with NATO. Strengthen common rules govern member state export policies of military. A sectorial threat. This is a legitimate reason for leave, but it seems to be the only one. This one here, it says UK and the European Union the facts. This is absolutely bullshit. This is how they got the voters. I'm glad I kept this thing, but I feel like tearing it up, but this is absolutely, it's all about migrants, 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 migrants. Fucking migrants and the whole Turkey thing. Oh, fuck. But this over here is like genuine shit reason for leave, which was never covered at all. It wasn't even covered. So you'll think, right, UK left EU and we would avoid this militarization of the EU. But, 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 that is not, that's not the greatest worry. Theresa May, one of the they're wanting to get a new prime minister in the UK, and it's not going to be democratic. It's going to be voted amongst the Conservative Party, who's going to be not a general election because they want that they just don't want to do the general with fears of basically throwing back money and business and usual crap. But this lady, you think, oh, she's a woman, she's fine. But look at this. She basically says MPs should vote, and it's got a tick on there saying it's the genuine. MPs should vote our nuclear deterrent before the summer recess, which means World War III is just like fucking close. Like it could happen in autumn. It could happen. What's this here? What's that? What's that? See, I'm getting all this shit all the time. But the EU, it's just like bad news, like with the Brexit. Oh yeah, the government has responded to the petition to cancel the. Let's see what that was. This is like live shit. Like seriously, it hasn't reached to. I thought there was more than that. There was absolutely more than that. What the fuck? Oh, let's see what that is say. Come on. The European Union referendum bill became Act of Parliament in December. Committing the government to hold a referendum. The European Union Act was received by a vote on December 2000. The act was scrutinised and debated in Parliament as a passage agreed to by as the Prime Minister said in his statement. The referendum was the biggest. Oh bullshit! The whole thing was just a complete fucking circus. It was a joke. It was fixed. It wasn't completely democratic. Explain Joe Cox's murder. Fucking hell! Explain that. Even the whole Leave campaign, nothing was mentioned about the militarization of the EU, which actually would have supported a legitimate reason, except you got this fucking bullshit. Immigration, blah blah blah. Fucking stupid fascist members of parliament. It's like the fucking Nazis. 32 million people have made it clear that we should be proud of our parliamentary democracy. Oh, they're fucking proud. It was basically started by Nigel Farage, David Cameron, and Boris. Where are they now? They fucking bailed. Nigel Farage is bailed, David Cameron's bailed, and Boris is bailed. All three is just fucking bailed. They created the shit for some. It's obviously, I just don't know the real mastermind reason behind all this. But there is a fucking mastermind reason, and it's got a lot to do with money and finances. That somebody out of this is gonna get a lot of money to hell with people's lives and whatnot. But going on to Theresa May, she says MP should vote on the whole full trident. This is going to cause fucking World War III. Why's my mouse sticking like that? Really, I just don't know what the fuck. Seriously, like it's just getting worse and worse and worse. There we are, David Cameron, the fucking dickhead. Just like I mentioned, like way back in 2009, that this man would be the cause of World War III. Just make sure that she doesn't get MP, then there is sort of like a breath of hope. A breath. The leadership hopeful is issued. Come on. Still powerful. Using fucking nuclear weights to prove a point. Are you just fucking stupid? This is gonna fucking trigger of World War Three. And uh, I've just got that in brain freeze. I just can't. I'm just so stunned that seriously. Oh yeah, there we go. Talking about money and shit with the whole Brexit thing. David Cameron rumored to be buying this estate, the Scottish estate. Yeah, the Scots didn't. Not many of the Scots voted to leave. Their money voted to remain, and he wants to move his ass into Scotland. Fucking hell! What the hell? I thought David Cameron was well pro English and that, and then now he wants to go in Scotland and live in a fucking big mansion while England is just in shit street or gonna be bombed to Kingdom Come, thanks to Theresa May and him. Honestly, and then they David Cameron, Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson, they fucking assassinated. Well, they didn't physically assassinate. They got someone who was like this. Look at that, Joe Cox. Was assassinated by the Remain group and blamed it on Corbyn. Meanwhile, it's David Cameron, Nigel Farage. They behind this. They are behind killing her. And they found out that they're retiring and they're gonna live in fucking mansions while the rest of the country, while the rest of United Kingdom is just going down shit street. Oh, for fuck's sakes, really? Everything is so fucking messed up. I don't know, really. I'm currently working on this picture. You know, this is so significant for this time with the extraterrestrial. So far, I'm done with it. So far, I am done with it. This is fucking nuclear bombs, and she's sitting there, and she's just fucking fed up. And there's the whole process of seeding Earth people just for what? For nothing, because they're gonna end up killing themselves. and you can just see it fucking happening. So everything's just fucked up. All because of Nigel Farage, David Cameron, and Boris. Everything's just fucked up. They fucked everything up. And to be honest, there is no future. It's all fucked up. Especially on the top of here with this trident crap. It's fucking end of everything. Fucking terrorists again. They just want to fucking have a war and make profit of it. You can see the whole thing about Trident. He wants to stop it. He wants people to live. He wants the earth to survive. And look, and it's causing the problem with his party. That's why he's got so much shit from people. Because if this gets passed through at the end of the summer, autumn, winter, or even just next year, fucking World War III is just gonna break out. Fuck. I don't need that shit. Honestly, I don't need that shit. I think that's what I have to say. I'm really. She has to be stopped.